Hi everybody, this is Heather Coleman, your intuitive medium, Reiki and energy work practitioner, and aura clairvoyant, among other things. And today I wanted to address a fascinating topic that I hear a lot of questions out there in the spiritual community. I hear a lot of really fascinating discussions happening about this. And just so you know, if you're brand new to this, there is a lot more that we could get into with this. This is just a real brief discussion, but the topic is astral projection. So if you're brand new, maybe you already know what this is, maybe you don't. If you don't, astral projection is simply when your soul energy is able to travel outside of your body or project outside of your body. If this is brand new, this may sound scary to some of you, but I assure you it's very safe. And one reason I'm confident in saying that is that our soul and body are connected by what is often called the silver cord, which is right in the solar plexus area. I'm kind of touching, actually can't see, but I'm going to go ahead. So right around here, give or take, we have this silver cord that strongly attaches our soul to our body. In fact, when a person does pass on out of their body or die, the silver cord will often, if it's a gradual death, the silver cord will become less of a bright energy is the best way to describe that, and either fade away or fall away when it's time. But just rest assured that when we're alive and we're going strong, that silver cord is very strong and intact. You may feel like you get lost if you remember your astral travels, but you're never really lost. So talking about astral projection or astral travel, for everybody, it happens unconsciously. And what I mean by that is that all humans astrally travel when they sleep. In fact, some of the estimates I've read out there say that children astrally travel or project almost every night, young kids, and adults, the average adult, 2 to 3 times a night. But the average adult in this case would be someone that's maybe not necessarily into all this, just the person living their everyday life, maybe someone we wouldn't call into this, we wouldn't say that they're into all the psychic stuff. I believe through my own experience and others that I've encountered, people that are very clairvoyant, very connected to the spiritual world, many of these people astrally travel more than 2 or 3 times a week. Many of them travel every night. I've met people that have gotten overwhelmed by their nightly travels and have a practice in place to stay in their body at least 1 night per week. So the biggest thing I like to explain to people that are new to all of this or know something about it but want to understand it better, it happens for everyone subconsciously or unconsciously. Most of us don't remember anything or much about it. For me personally, and I'm a very strong psychic medium, I've been doing this professionally now, I think it's been 8 years, I want to say. No, it's been longer, it's been like 9 years. I don't consciously remember much of my astral travels, not every night. And what I don't consciously remember personally is rising up out of my body, getting back into my body. I don't need to. It's just extra information that doesn't really need to be in the human mind. You see what I mean? So the reason I thought this topic could make a great video is that I saw a phenomenal question come up in a Facebook group that I'm part of that talks about ascension and a lot of these metaphysical principles in this group, that those topics come up. And a person had this very good question. This person said, I have a niece who is 11, wants to learn astral projection. And now I'm going to go ahead and say that if this has come up for you at all, a child that you know, or for yourself as an adult, there's no right or wrong answer for everyone on should you try it, should you work on it. But what I am going to say, and this was my contribution to the discussion, anyone who is interested in conscious astral projection or travel, in my opinion, this is my opinion, I feel that that person should first firmly establish a strong, clear connection and awareness of their spirit guides. their entire team ideally, but especially their guardian angels and their gatekeeper, because the gatekeeper is your secret service, your spiritual guardianship. Everyone has at least one gatekeeper. A few people out there have like two. I'd say probably two out of every 10 people I've met have two spirits that share the gatekeeper job. So what I say to people, and again, this is my opinion, is before if you are interested in consciously astral traveling, either remembering your astral travels or attempting this while awake, in other words, not while you're in a deep sleep, first of all, establish a clear, trust-filled and highly communicative relationship with your spirit guides, particularly your guardian angels and your gatekeeper spirit. My opinion is, without that, don't try to consciously get into the astral travel, astral projection. And the reason for that, they see what's out there. They see some of the challenges that you may go through if you're going to start kind of getting into this more proactively or consciously, and they can guide you with it. Okay. I do like to suggest to people that a good starting point would be to remember more of your nightly travels, which you're already doing this anyway. And this is something that I've done and have gotten to the point where all of my dreams, and I don't remember my dreams every night, but all of my dreams are travels. So it's a few times a week that I will visit with my deceased father. I will sometimes visit planets that I've previously incarnated on. I will go into other places in the astral dimension for specific purposes, and I do remember them. There are no more dreams for me or wish fulfillments. There is only my travels. So I like to suggest this first to people. Now, how can you begin to remember your nightly travels? Number one, set the intention. Number two, establish a dream journal of some kind. It can be written with a pen and paper, it could be typed up, or it could be voice recorded, but get into the practice of keeping a record of your dreams, because the more you do this, the more you will thin the veil between your conscious and your subconscious. Let's see, another question, shielding. So if you're going to get into more of remembering your travels or eventually progressing toward more conscious travel, work on your aura shields and the strength of your aura. That will help you tremendously. I, as a lot of you know, do not like to work from a fear-based standpoint. So that is not my intention here, but I am going to say that there are different types of beings in the astral plane and on the other side, and having a strong shield will help you to make sure that you're interacting only with the beings that are in your best and highest good. I am going to tell a quick story that occurred for me when I was earlier on opening up as a medium. This happened in 2015 when I was early, as far as communicating with spirits, as far as doing this professionally. It was in the sort of the beginning, the first couple of years. There was one night that my kids were young at the time. They were ages, let's see, 5 and 7. So if I were to hear them walking in the house, their footsteps were kind of light. Well, in the middle of the night, I could have sworn I heard one of my kids walking down the stairs. So that, in other words, the sound that I heard sounded just about the same weight and the kind of sound that one of my kids, their size body, would make. So I opened my eyes, and this is how I know that this experience occurred in the astral dimension. I have vision correction. Right now I'm wearing contacts, and I wear glasses if I don't have contacts in. Well, I don't sleep in contacts. This was the middle of the night. I opened my eyes, and I could see perfectly clearly, as if I had my contacts in, but I didn't. And I didn't see anything. I thought, okay, that's weird. I could have sworn I heard one of the kids coming downstairs. So I close my eyes. I hear a little giggling sound, and this happened. I would never make this up. I open my eyes, and I see like a little troll type of creature, like a little gray kind of troll, giggling around near my bed. I will tell you, I was early with all this. It scared the living bejesus out of me. It did. It was probably 2 or 4 in the morning. And so this kind of snapped me out of the astral. I had to put my glasses on because I went back to like needing vision correction. So what I did at that middle of the night is I got up, I got the sage, I saged my entire house. I like to share this with people because if you are opening up as far as your psychic gifts, these kinds of things can happen. Lower vibration entities might try to mess with you. I'm not going to say they're not deadly. I mean, are there deadly ones out there? Yes. Are they likely to get to you? No. But they can be troublesome. You know, a spirit, even if they're relatively harmless, like this little troll that I saw, even if they're relatively harmless, if they're trying to scare you, they're not your friend. And I like to mention this about an experience I had in the astral dimension as a way of saying, kind of the why of why do I tell you to work so hard with your guides? Why do I tell you to work on your shields and how you travel? Well, that right there would be a reason why, because that happened to me when I was in my body, or probably right next to my body on the bed, as a matter of fact. But imagine if you were traveling a little further from your body and you encounter a being that's trying to scare you. You kind of want to have some strongholds in place before you embark on that side of things. So I hope this video has been helpful and informative. And if there's enough curiosity and interest, I'd be happy to make a further video and get into more about this topic. If you have any questions, please feel free to put them in the comments. If you've had an experience that really pops up for you during this talk, please share that in the comments. And I wish you well, and I hope to see you in the next video. Thank you so much.